absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world?
Nike made a major move when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. This deal, which promised a signature sneaker, had many fans and analysts excited about the future of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark was dominating the sport, gaining recognition not only for her skills but also for her marketability. Many people thought this was a perfect partnership, but as time passed, Nike's lack of promotion for Caitlin Clark has left fans and experts questioning the company's commitment to her. Despite her growing popularity, Nike seems to have missed a golden opportunity, and this failure is starting to catch up with them in the public eye. Caitlin Clark has emerged as one of the most prominent figures in women's basketball. She has taken the sport by storm, drawing crowds and fans from across the globe. Her performances and leadership on the court have been nothing short of exceptional, earning her praise and comparisons to the greats of men's basketball. With her rise to stardom, Nike made the logical decision to sign her to an endorsement deal. However, the company's actions, or lack thereof, since then have been puzzling to many. When the deal was first announced, there was a great deal of excitement surrounding the partnership. Fans expected a massive promotional campaign, complete with advertisements showcasing Caitlin Clark as the new face of women's basketball. After all, Nike had signed a player who was not just talented, but also had the marketability and charisma to become a global superstar. The deal was supposed to come with a signature sneaker, something that many thought was a long overdue recognition of Clark's unique place in the sport. Yet, as her first season with Nike came to an end, fans were left with nothing but silence from the brand. As the WNBA season progressed and Caitlin Clark continued to dominate the game, anticipation for her commercial and sneaker release grew. But when the Super Bowl arrived, many expected to see a historic ad from Nike, one that would highlight the achievements of women's basketball and feature Caitlin Clark front and center. However, when the ad aired, there was no mention of Clark. Instead, Nike chose to promote several other rising stars such as A'ja Wilson, Juju Watkins, and Sabrina Ionescu. While these players are undoubtedly talented, Caitlin Clark's absence from the ad was glaring, especially considering her status as arguably the most popular female athlete in the world at that time. What shocked many fans was the fact that Caitlin Clark, who had been the face of women's basketball for so long, was entirely left out of this major campaign. The omission of her name from the commercial felt like a direct snub, especially when the ad was supposed to focus on women's empowerment and celebrate female athletes. The silence surrounding Clark's involvement in the campaign was deafening. Many people took to social media to express their frustration, and the backlash was swift and loud. For Nike, this oversight could be a massive mistake. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she is a cultural phenomenon. Her popularity extends far beyond the basketball court. Her ability to engage fans, particularly young girls, and her influence in growing the visibility of the WNBA cannot be overstated. She has been the catalyst for increased viewership, ticket sales, and merchandise purchases for the league, making her a highly valuable asset. Yet, Nike has failed to properly capitalize on her stardom, and fans are taking notice. One of the most significant aspects of this situation is the failure to release Caitlin Clark's signature sneaker. Nike had promised her a signature shoe when the endorsement deal was signed, but more than a year later, no such product has hit the market. In the meantime, other WNBA players, including A'ja Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu, have had their own sneakers released. The delay in releasing Clark's sneaker is perplexing, especially considering her marketability and the demand for her merchandise. Clark has set records for jersey sales, and her merchandise has consistently sold out. Yet Nike has not capitalized on this momentum by giving her the sneaker she was promised. The fact that Nike has not been able to deliver on this promise is not only frustrating for Clark's fans, but also for industry experts. Many of them are perplexed by the delay, especially when the demand for Clark's signature shoe is so high. Nike's failure to act on this opportunity is a clear sign that they are missing out on a chance to further solidify Caitlin Clark's place as one of the most influential athletes in the world. If Nike had followed through on their commitment to release her sneaker, they would have generated massive sales, bolstered their brand image, and strengthened their position in the women's sports market. Another layer to this situation is the ongoing debate about the value of Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal with Nike. While the deal was initially seen as groundbreaking with its size and potential, the lack of promotion has led some to question whether Clark could have done better elsewhere. Before signing with Nike, Clark had other lucrative offers on the table, including a deal from Under Armour that would have made her the face of their women's line alongside NBA legend Steph Curry. In hindsight, some people argue that Under Armour may have been a better fit for Clark, given their commitment to promoting female athletes and their strong ties to Curry, whose game is often compared to Clark's. At the time, however, Nike appeared to be the logical choice for Caitlin Clark. Their history of supporting elite athletes, including the likes of Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Serena Williams, made them an attractive partner. But now, as Nike continues to drop the ball on promoting Clark, many are questioning whether the deal was a mistake. If Clark were to leave Nike and sign with another brand, she could command an even higher salary and a more extensive promotional campaign. Given her influence and popularity, it's not hard to imagine a world where Clark becomes the face of another global brand, leaving Nike in the dust. Nike's failure to promote Caitlin Clark has not only hurt the brand, but also the broader landscape of women's sports. By ignoring Clark's potential and marketability, Nike has missed an opportunity to make a powerful statement about the future of women's athletics. Instead of championing one of the most dominant female athletes of her generation, they have chosen to focus on a group of younger players, some of whom have yet to prove themselves at the highest levels of competition. While it's important to support rising stars, it's equally crucial to recognize the players who are already making a significant impact on their sport. Caitlin Clark is that player, and by failing to promote her, Nike is not just disrespecting her, but also the future of women's basketball. The story of Caitlin Clark and Nike is one of missed opportunities, missteps, and ultimately a failure to recognize the value of an extraordinary athlete. As Nike continues to struggle with their stock price and brand image, they will have to reckon with the fact that they have let one of the most marketable athletes in the world slip through their fingers. Caitlin Clark's legacy is secure regardless of Nike's actions. She will continue to break records, fill arenas, and inspire the next generation of athletes. But Nike's failure to properly promote her and follow through on their promises will remain a cautionary tale about the importance of recognizing and nurturing the stars of tomorrow. In conclusion, Nike's handling of Caitlin Clark's endorsement deal has been nothing short of baffling. The brand had the opportunity to partner with one of the brightest stars in sports, but instead of capitalizing on her success, they have failed to promote her properly. This oversight is not just a missed opportunity for Nike, it is a disservice to Caitlin Clark and to the millions of fans who support her. If Nike continues down this path, they risk alienating not only Clark's fan base, but also the broader women's sports community. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA and women's basketball is undeniable, and it is time for Nike to recognize that and give her the promotion she deserves.